Sam. Hey there.
Hey there, how are we doing?
Good. I got you early because I thought I'm going to do announcement time. And so you're in on the call because I like your idea. So Sam's idea, everybody, was that rather than having to listen to me the whole time, somebody else could kind of put together the announcement time, which I think is a really cool idea. And then at the end of this discussion, they would talk about the announcements. So we're going to launch that next week. Mark Fensky is actually going to come on. He's the president of the congregation, and he's going to do a little bit of a Zoom conversation about what's going on in the congregational life, since we're all sort of detached from it at the time. But I thought I'd have Sam kind of at least start with this, and then I'm going to morph us over and tell you how to get onto the Zoom coffee hour. And then you can jump in and we'll join you for that coffee hour. Does that sound like a plan?
I think that's great.
Sorry to spring this on you, Sam.
That's okay.
You were ready to go, I can tell. So I also want to remind you that today is Scout Sunday. So we're honoring our relationship with Troop 200. We've been a charter organization for that troop for a long, long time. They have donated a wonderful gift to us that will be in a presentation that is going to get posted to Facebook Live later on today, I think. So watch for the presentation by our own Troop 200 and the offering of that gift, and the latest update on one of the great Eagle Scout projects that probably you don't know has been going on site as well. So that's happening. Also, a reminder to link into the podcast series, Soul Forum. Portia Tunzi has done a great job interviewing some people. You've been listening to that one, Sam?
Yeah. There's a lot of great stuff in there.
I agree. And we talked about social location and intersectionality today a little bit, but you really get a sense of how it functions in people's lives in those interviews. And it might help you to see how it functions in your own as well. So that's something to pay attention to. Obviously, a reminder, we have Women of the Old Testament on Monday, and Life Before God with Sam and I on Thursday at 11. So you can always jump into those. They're great ones to know as well. Another great thing that's happening on our social action front, we have two projects that have been kind of how we support our relationship to the environment. One has been the solar panels. That's been a big project that we undertook. And the other is our community supported agriculture project. And both are at this kind of milestone moment. Chris, who's a part of the project, and myself will be part of a national, webinar this week. And our whole solar project is being highlighted for over 200 participants that will learn how to do solar based on their own nonprofit or their own church through our experience. So quite a way to give that kind of continued gift to the world is happening, I think on Tuesday. I better know when it's happening. I'm supposed to be there. And the other one is a project we've been working on with our community supported agriculture project. Obviously, we have food that's grown locally. It supports the local food hub. It's all the right way to do food. It's a local farmer. There's no storage time. It's harvested, then it's on your plate. It's just a great way to live in relationship to the way in which Earth produces food. We've expanded that to do a pilot project of how to connect the farmer to senior care facilities. And so we're doing a pilot project using Riverdog Farm, our veg farmer, and the Elder Care Alliance, which is a network of senior living centers. And they're beginning to integrate food from the local farm into their food program. And we're helping to pilot that project. And then it's being proposed as part of the governor's master plan on aging to do this at a state level. So it's a great project. Some of the people in our CSA program are working on that one, and that one's getting some legs too. So that's exciting.
It's like the epitome of neighbor love right there.
Exactly right. I totally agree with you. The last thing is we have a new feature on our Facebook page. I know you all love Facebook, and that is the donate button. It took us months and months and months and months, but now when you are like blown away by Sam's announcement time, or you're so moved by my comments that you're like, I want to give the farm away, you can just hit the donate button, and 100% of your donation goes right into the OSLC banking account. So it's a great way to kind of donate to, the work that we're doing. So feel free to do that at any time along the way. Sam, you got anything? What's been going on for you this week before we go into, I tell people about how to get into the coffee hour?
I mean, it's been a wild week. We've had start a Lent, which was really exciting.
Yeah.
I started doing my own reflection series for Lent, so I'll offer that
What do you
to
mean? What do you mean by that?
So I am going through a series of poems and also trekking around with my phone to various locations, and I'll pull a video that I think reflects the content of the poem and then do a voiceover over the video.
Oh my God.
And I've been sharing it with some of my schoolmates, and I would be happy to share
Uh,
it in this venue too.
yes, that will have to happen. I mean, we all, and poetry's, I mean, what you're putting together is exactly what we were talking about when we interviewed you. That's the kind of journey we would like to
See
know
the
about.
world in relation to.
Yeah, yeah. So let's talk this week about where could we, if you don't mind, where could we share that with this community?
Yeah,
I mean, that would
absolutely. I'd be happy to do it. So
Yeah.
that's been the big kickoff project. And along those lines, hopefully you can hear me a little better because I finally got my actual condenser mic set up. So that's pretty exciting.
That is. I know sound is always a pain in the rump, so I'm glad you figured that out. All right, well, that's great. I'm really looking forward to that. I love poetry. I think it's a window to the soul that we don't often use, so that's great. All right, everybody, here's how to get to, so we're gonna move over from here to our social time, and here's how to do it. If you can link to it with the link through Facebook if you go down the feed, but it's a couple step process. So you have to open that up, and then you'll see a Zoom link in that next, when you open up that page, and tap on that Zoom link and it'll bring you over. Or you can go to the OSLC website and go to the media page, and you'll see where it talks about the coffee hour. And that one, if you click that one, I think it takes you directly to the Zoom link. So that's another way to find us. But we want to invite y'all to come over whenever you'd like. And to do that, I'm going to stop streaming, and I'm going to open up the